There's plenty to see, there's plenty to do in Miss Caroline's cupboard.
Hi girls, welcome to your maths lesson. So in today's lesson we're going to be looking at quadrilaterals. Now do you remember what a quadrilateral is? Can you remember? Think carefully, what is a quadrilateral? Let's have a look at the screen together. Quad, there's a clue in that. Lateral. Practice spelling this word. Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. What does it mean? Quadrilateral is a shape with 4 sides. Quad, 4. Quad is 4, like a quad bike. 4 sides, 4 straight sides. So we're not going to see any curves in our shapes today. And 2-dimensional shape, which means it's a flat shape. It's not a 3D shape, okay? So flat shapes we're looking at today. That's what a quadrilateral is, but there's many types of quadrilaterals. We have special names for these. So I want to take you through some of these quadrilaterals today, just to refresh your memory and get you thinking again about the different types of quadrilaterals we have. So let's look at this one. You should know what this one is. You should know what this one is. What's the name of this? And you should know how to spell it too. Practice writing it down. A square. Look at the spelling. Square. Practice writing that word down. Okay, so how do I know that this is a square? It's got 4 what? What have I just labelled there? 4 right angles. What's a right angle? 90 degrees. So it's got 4 right angles. Okay, well how else do I know it's a square? What else is special about it? It's got 4, what have I labelled there? 4 equal sides. So I put the lines on it, 1 line, 1 line, 1 line, 1 line, to show that each one of those sides are the same. That's it. Nice and simple for a square. Okay, let's take another quadrilateral. 4-sided shape. There it is. What's that one? Write it down if you know it. Practice the spelling. A rectangle. Rectangle. Practice the spelling of that word, okay? Fantastic. So how do I know that this is a rectangle? It's got those 4 right angles. Well done. But so is a square. So what's the difference between the rectangle and a square? This one has, can you see? So it's got opposite, yeah, opposite sides equal length. So you can see the sides of the two lines on the side are the same length, and the top and bottom are the same length. So that's how we know it's a rectangle and not a square. Let's have a look at this shape. What is this shape? This is a rhombus. I hear some of you shouting parallelogram right now at me, but this one is a rhombus. How do I know that this is a rhombus, girls? What can you tell me about it? Can you see any right angles? No, I don't see any right angles. But I do see 4 sides which are the same length. 4 equal sides. Keep that in mind. 4 equal sides, so they're all the same length, those sides. That's why it makes it a rhombus. It's very important that you remember that one, because it's going to differentiate from this next one, which is a parallelogram. Spell this one correctly. P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L, parallel, gram. Practice writing that one down. So, what does a parallelogram have? Different from a rhombus. Well, this one has the 2 sets of parallel sides, 2 pairs of parallel sides. You can see them there, I've labelled them. But they're not all the same length, are they? They're not all the same length. The opposite sides are of equal length. So the top and bottom are the same length, and the 2 sides are the same length, but they're not all the same length as each other like a rhombus. So we have to make sure we remember the difference between the rhombus And the parallelogram. Okay, what's this one? It's shaped like it, isn't it? Well, it's upside down. An upside down kite. A kite. So let's look at the features of a kite. What can you see that's special about this? It has these two sides are the same, and then the top two sides are the same. So we call those adjacent sides. So it's got two pairs of adjacent sides. Two pairs of adjacent sides are the same length. So those top two are the same length and the bottom two are the same length. So that's how we know that it's a kite. Well done, girls. All right, let's move on. Oh, what's this one? Now in the UK we call this a trapezium. Trapezium reminds me of the circus, and they bounce on the trapezium, don't they? They stand on the trapezium, I believe. I haven't been to the circus for a long time, girls. It's about time I go. Right, so trapezium. What is interesting about a trapezium? It has, what's it called when the lines are like this? They're parallel, aren't they? Like train tracks. So two of the sides are parallel to each other. Not all of them, but just two of them are parallel to each other. So you should be able to see a set of train tracks running right along that shape, and that would make it a trapezium. Okay, so we've got a fresh idea of all of our quadrilaterals in our head. Let's go through it again. We've got our square. We've got our rectangle. We have got our rhombus with our four equal sides. Our parallelogram. Where are you? There you are, parallelogram. Two pairs of parallel sides with opposite sides equal. We have our kite. Nice easy one to remember. We have our trapezium. Fantastic. So, with all those in mind, I want you to now turn to your independent work. So this is your little test. Here you have questions to answer. There's 15 questions. And you just have to click on the answers and submit. It'll give you your score at the end. You're going to tell me your score on Dojo, and I will give you your feedback. Look very carefully at the question and carefully at the shapes. Do not guess. There's a hint if you want it, but try and do it without the hints, okay? You can look back at the video if you forget some of the features of your quadrilaterals. And if you need any help, just drop me a message. Okay, girls? Bye-bye!